Marvel Fan 45 here, and today we're going to be reviewing The House that Jack Built. So it stars Bruno Mans, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon plays a serial killer named Jack, and he's talking to this character named Verge, and you go through sort of Jack's life, and you go through it in incidents. Like, he'll do it where it tells his story through incident 1, incident 2, incident 3, incident 4, incident 5. And this movie could be considered a serious movie or a dark comedy. I took it more as a dark comedy because there are just some aspects you can't not laugh at. Like the bit with Simple, the bit with, not the hunting scene, the bit with trying to remember. The bit in the opening with Uma Thurman is hilarious, like, because she sees him and goes, "You look like a serial killer," and then, like, you know he's gonna kill her, because, like, it keeps flashing to this one specific item, and you know he's gonna kill the person. And then, this movie, the best way I can describe it, is a mix between F for Fake and pretty much, Lars von Trier film, because it's mainly a discussion on art, which is, like, one of the best aspects of the film, because, like, he goes into why his killings are art to him, which is extremely screwed up, but it's an interesting discussion because Verge, who's the guy he's talking to the whole time, sort of, basically, Verge believes art is sort of made through love, and Jack believes art is made through sort of hate, pretty much. Like, art is made through death, pretty much. Sorry I'm walking, it's a slightly sunny out, and I don't want my phone to overheat. It overheated twice before I actually got this review. So, yeah. Basically, it's an interesting discussion about art, but my one issue with the film is the fact that its symbolism is too obvious. Like, the discussion about art is interesting, but the symbolism is way too obvious for me. Like, Nymphomaniac 1 and 2 are, like, top tier in terms of symbolism, because you can take the films so many different ways, because, like, you can deconstruct every scene, but here it's more of a discussion on what art means and what art is and all that stuff. But, like, if you've read The Divine Comedy or even just Dante's Inferno, then the symbolism, what's going on will be extremely obvious to you. Like, the ending when he builds the house and then him and Verge do a thing. I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it, because I was spoiled on the film. Him and Verge go someplace. Once again, it's hard to talk about this without spoilers, but its symbolism's too obvious for me. But it's still a masterpiece, like, because the cinematography is great, the acting is obviously top tier. Like, Matt Dillon was meant to play Jack. Like, he is Jack in the role. And then Bruno Gans is Verge pretty clearly. But getting into the other aspects of the film, the story is great. It's once again written by Lars von Trier, which is crazy because he's a great writer. Like, he's written all this different type of stuff. Like, he's written a movie drama about addiction. He's written a musical about, I guess, immigrant life in the United States. I don't know exactly how to put it. And then also, he's done a more disturbing horror film. Sorry, my headphones fell down. And yeah, he's able to do so many different things. Like, I mean, I didn't expect him to do a musical. Like, that was just crazy. But yeah, but back into the cinematography and direction in Dancer in the Dark. Wait, no, not Dancer in the Dark, sorry, The House that Jack Built. Sorry, I was thinking about Dancer in the Dark at the moment. But the cinematography in The House that Jack Built is beautiful. Like, because there are lots of outside shots since he drives this red van, and I mean, you see it pretty clearly. They're just beautiful nature shots, basically. And then the ending, it's crazy what Von Trier's able to do with the last shots. And then there are just so many great shots. The ending is probably the best example of shots. Like, the way he makes something that would look completely fake in other movies real is insane. And then, I mean, the ending is also pretty great. Like, because you don't see it coming in any way. But yeah, it's a great film. If you haven't seen it, I would go watch it. But watch the director's cut. Don't watch the theatrical cut, because it's obviously got some stuff cut, I guess, pun intended. But yeah, this is just a great film. I mean, I didn't even get into I think I got into the comedy bits, but like the bit with Semple, or the bit with Uma Thurman at the start where she looks at him and goes, "You look like a serial killer." And then what triggers him to kill Uma Thurman is just interesting. And then all the discussions with Verge about art are super interesting. Like, because he believes a certain atrocity is art, and then Verge believes, like, love makes art, but Jack believes death makes art, which is a really interesting discussion to be had. It's worth analyzing. Like, it's definitely worth analyzing. The bit with the rain is pretty interesting, because that really makes you question certain things about the world. But yeah, definitely a masterpiece. Von Trier at his best from what I've seen so far. Only 2 more films left, Breaking the Waves and Dogville, and then we'll be done with my study of the modern Von Trier films. We'll be doing another study of the his older films that got him started. I couldn't find a good transfer of them, so I didn't end up including them. So I'm gonna buy all of his old films, and then sometime we're going to be going into study of his older films, but 2 more and we're done. Breaking the Waves will be second to last, and Dogville will be our grand finale, because Dogville is the only one I've heard nothing but praise for, and I'm hyped for Dogville, is all I gotta say. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the review, and guess I'll see you later. Bye. And also, if you have any ideas for a new director study once this is done, we'll be finishing up next week. Once this is done, just say. So yeah, stay safe, stay quarantined, and have a good day. Don't know what that sound is, but yeah, stay safe, stay quarantined, and have a good day.